In a small town called Crescent Light lived a young woman named Mara, known in her community for her deep faith and her desire to serve God. From childhood, Mara felt she had a special purpose: to teach at church, play the harp during services, and comfort others with her voice. Many said she was chosen for a great mission. But despite her calling, Mara was living a secret battle. No one in her circle imagined that at night, her mind and heart became entangled in lustful thoughts that made her feel guilty and isolated. She wondered, why do I, if I belong to God and want to do His will, have these impulses? One day while praying, she recalled passages from the Bible about David and Bathsheba, and also about Samson and Delilah. She understood that even those called by God can fall into powerful temptations. She began to wonder if her struggle wasn't just about willpower, but something deeper. Through her Bible reading, she found several whys. One, spiritual sensitivity. Mara realized that her connection with God also made her more vulnerable. She had such a developed awareness that she easily perceived the enemy's tactics. It was almost as if her calling put her in the crosshairs. To loneliness. She often felt isolated. There weren't many people with whom she could honestly discuss her innermost thoughts. With her family and her friends at church, everything seemed perfect. This lack of surrender made her weaker in the face of her own inner demons. A high calling. Her sense of purpose was so great that the burden was heavy. She wanted to move forward, to serve, to shine for God. But she felt that the enemy was using lust to distract her, to tire her, to stop her from moving forward. Emotional wounds. In the past, Mara had been rejected by someone who claimed to love her. That wound remained open, and unknowingly became a gateway for temptation. In moments of weakness, that emotional vulnerability became an impulse to seek something to fill that void. Spiritual strength versus weakness of her flesh. Although she had spiritual gifts, prayer, ministry, teaching, her flesh was not immune. She realized that spiritual talent alone was not enough. She needed discipline, conscious rejection, surrender, and daily renewal. The breaking point one night, Mara fell into a crisis. After a period in which she hadn't confronted her thoughts well, she felt defeated, as if she had betrayed her own calling. The weight of shame paralyzed her. She thought about leaving the church, about renouncing her calling because she felt unworthily chosen. But then she remembered a promise. God doesn't call you to live marked by sin, but so that His purpose may be fulfilled in you. With tears in her eyes, she prayed for forgiveness and help. It wasn't just a prayer of guilt, but a sincere surrender. Little by little, she sought accountability. She found a spiritual friend with whom she could talk about everything without fear of judgment. She also began practicing spiritual disciplines, fasting, Bible reading, and meditating on passages of victory. It wasn't a smooth path, but each time she fell, she rose stronger. The transformation over time, Mara discovered that her battle didn't define her. On the contrary, that struggle made her more compassionate. By sharing her testimony in church, many others began to feel less alone in their own struggles. Mara learned that it's not shameful to have temptations, even if you are chosen. Victory isn't the absence of battle, but rather persisting in surrender to God. Purpose and purity don't always come instantly. They are built. Sharing our weaknesses can heal not only ourselves, but others as well. Finally, Mara continued teaching and ministering, but now with a new authenticity. A young woman with a calling, with wounds, with temptations, yes, but also with hope, tools, and renewed faith.